Welcome to the Net Wealth Nest podcast, the show that helps everyday people build real financial stability, starting from wherever you are. Whether you're working your way out of debt or just starting to save, we're here to help you grow your net wealth to your first big wealth milestone. Each episode, we break down the mindset shifts, practical tools, and real-life actions that can transform your financial future. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's get to work building your net wealth nest. Welcome to Net Wealth Nest Podcast. I'm your host, Jim LeBeff, and welcome to another episode where we work to help you build your net wealth. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about your why, and we will get right into it. The first question is, do you have a why? Many people struggle to consistently do something that is difficult that they know will benefit them long term. Why is that? Many people really don't have a specific why that they are doing said action, or if they do, it's very superficial. I'll use the dieting and working out one as the best examples because those are what most people are familiar with. Many people diet or work out to try to look better to other people. And while that is great, and of course, we want you to look your best for anybody, including yourself, and most importantly, probably yourself, sometimes that superficial just looking better is not enough to sustain the moments where you struggle or start to slide backwards. New Year's is a great example of this, where many people will go to the gym. If you've ever been to a gym anywhere in the month of January in the United States, it is packed. There are so many people in there. Everybody's going to work out. Everybody's going to do better. And most of those people also try to couple that with eating better or doing different things. But then as we get through the month of January, and sometimes even only a couple weeks since January, something comes up. Maybe they don't sleep well, or maybe they're busy at work, or they're busy with their family or their kids. Just different things end up coming up and they do not continue the momentum they have built. So they maybe stop working out. They, instead of eating a well-balanced meal, they go to McDonald's through the drive-thru. I say all this and we're using dieting and exercise as our guinea pig here, but the same comes true when you start talking about being financially prudent and being stable in your financial picture week in, week out, month in, month out. We can learn something from this and decide to do something a little bit differently that will help us get through those hard points. And that is what we call your why. Really, what you want to start looking at is, what is the long-term reason that you want to build financial stability? And what does that look like as a vision down the road? And so what I mean by that is not just that you want to be able to buy what you want or do what you want, or you want to quit your job. Those are all short-term looking items and kind of those, like, I'll call them Instagram-like moments where everybody shows on the Instagram their highlight reel, and that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about when it gets dark and nasty and you don't want to do what you've been doing. How do you stay the course? I'm going to share with you a couple of my whys. One is around my health, and then the other one is around my financial stability. And so we'll start with the health one. Again, many people can relate to this, but I am really focused on being the healthiest version of myself that I can be for my family and mainly for my kids. And there's a little bit of self-serving in this why. I had kids a little bit later in life than many people do. I had them in my 30s and into my 40s. And I know that if I do not take care of my body and take care of my health, there is a high likelihood that when they are starting to get into adulthood or in maybe their 20s or early 30s, that I could become a liability to my children based on not having good health, and they end up having to take care of me. The other thing is, I also know that the odds of me seeing my grandchildren, my children's children, right, are unlikely if I don't live past 80. So I need to make it to at least 80 to have a good opportunity to see grandchildren in my life and also have time to be with them and interact with them. And so that really drives me of, how do I make sure that I take care of my body as best as I can to get to that point? The same thing drives my financial reasons. I want to build a couple different things, and there are a couple reasons of my financial why. One is allowing myself time to spend with my family whenever I can. And so by building financial stability, that allows me to have options where I don't have to work extra jobs or do extra things during what I would like to have as my family time to make it from one paycheck to the next. Now, I've done things in the past that I've had to cut into that time to build some things, and now I'm starting to reap some of those rewards. I am still working on building some of those things as well. I'm building my financial space, so it's not perfect. The same goes with the working out and the dieting and my health, right? It's not that I don't eat fast food. I do. It's just that I continue to challenge myself to course correct when those things do happen, where I go, if the vision of my why is to be healthy, to live as long as I can, or to spend as much time with my family from a financial set, I really need to stop doing X, Y, or Z. Or when I do it, just need to know, you know what? That was a slip up and I'm moving forward and moving on to the next thing, but I'm continuing down the path. I'm not giving up. I'm not sliding back. I'm continuing down that path. And those whys are really powerful when things get hard. For me, things get hard when my kids are sick, as an example, and it's hard to eat well. Things get hard when it's really busy at work and I'm starting to work on different things for Net Wealth Nest. And I'm trying to balance between being there all the time when I want to be there with my kids and also building this so I can continue to free up time in the future. These are my whys. This is why you want to build a why. When those things get hard and it's really easy to go backwards and say, you know what, forget it. It's just too hard. I'm not getting the instant gratification that I'm used to with everything else that we might have in our lives. I'm over it. I go, no, you know what? I look at my whys. I think about my whys. I read my whys, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second here. But that helps me go, you know what? This is worth it. This grind right now, this setback, this thing that I didn't want to happen is worth the next step to move beyond it. And so what I would implore you to do is to think about your why and then write it down or put it in some sort of entertainment-like form. So writing, taking a video of yourself, any of these things, and have that available to you. So when things do get hard, you can read it, you can watch it, you can listen to it, you do whatever that it is to get you remotivated and be like, yeah, that's right. I know this is hard right now, but it's going to get better. I'm going to do bigger and better things. And so that's what I focus on. One great tool that you can use is the book Vivid Visions. And that is a great book that will walk you through step by step on how to create a vivid vision or a really good why and how to visualize exactly what that looks like. So when you do consume that, whether it's you're reading something that you put down or maybe you're rewatching a video that you took and you're hearing the words come to life, it is painting that why in a vision of what your life will look like in the future. And that is so powerful to help you move through some of the discomfort and some of the setbacks or some of the trials that you might experience as you go through your financial journey. That's really what I wanted to cover today, to give you an idea of why building out your why, your vision is so important. Is because when you are working on these things that are long-term, that take discipline and take a effort to continue to move the dial to really get the ball rolling, there will be times where you just want to give up, plain and simple. And having that why is really important to help push you through that. So the call to action from this is think about it, write it down, record it, audio, video, record it on a journal, anything you can do so that you can reference it anytime things get hard, but just make sure you do it as you start to enter into this journey. Thanks again for joining today. Again, my name's Jim. Thanks for joining the Net Wealth Nest podcast. Net Wealth Nest LLC and Podcast is an educational platform committed to providing resources and information to empower individuals on their financial journey. Please note, we do not provide financial, tax, or investment advice. All financial decisions should be made in consultation with a qualified professional who understands your unique circumstances. Seeking personalized advice is a smart and necessary step before making any major financial commitments. Thanks so much for joining us today. If you found value in this episode, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Net Wealth Nest, and leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform. We read every comment, and they help us improve and guide what topics we dive into next. And hey, if something you heard today resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a family member, a coworker, your barber, your barista, even a stranger in line. You never know who might need this message. Remember, building net wealth is a journey, but you don't have to do it alone. Stick with us, and together, let's grow your net wealth nest.